On February 8, 2018, a retired man living in suburban Georgia named Henry Norris was watching the evening news in his bedroom when he heard what sounded like a bomb go off inside his house. A team of more than 24 police officers had set off flashbang grenades. They broke through every door of his home with battering rams. The officers were doing a drug raid, but they had the wrong house.
Tonight on News 4 Jax at 6, video shows Jacksonville police entering a woman's home, and she says it was a case of mistaken identity.
Mama, calm down! Mama.
And now she's calling for accountability after she says officers threw her on the ground and handcuffed her. This woman tells the News 4 Jax I-Team that police questioned and released her after realizing they had the wrong person.
News 4 Jax I-Team reporter Tarek Miners here in the studio with more on the incident that was all caught on cell phone video. Tarek?
Well, Christy Jackson's 4-year-old grandson, her 2 daughters, they were also inside that apartment off Moncrief Road when JSO officers went to her house looking for a female suspect. Jackson says within just a few seconds of knocking on her door, police were inside of her house, forcing her into handcuffs.
For the first time, you are about to hear from Chicago police officers who raided the wrong home. They were caught on body camera, busting through doors and continuing their search even after they knew they were in the wrong place. CBS 2 investigator Dave Savini has spent more than a year exposing a pattern of wrong raids, leaving parents and children traumatized.
I'm so sorry. Mr. and Mrs. Mendez and their children, Peter and Jack, were not the intended targets of your search warrant, correct?
No, they were not.
Here's how Capello got the warrant approved. He made a drug arrest the day before and flipped that suspect into becoming a confidential informant he called John Doe. John Doe then gave Capello the name and address of a man he claimed was a major drug dealer. But Capello never investigated to see if John Doe's tip was even true or if the address was correct.
I was not able to do surveillance of that due to the nature of our hours.
Capello admits to just driving by the multi-unit apartment building.
Did you request a covert car?
We don't have one available to us in the patrol. Sometimes we don't have all the assets we need in terms to do extra surveillance, and there's an overtime issue thing and things of that nature.
He was also asked why he didn't use other investigative tools to verify the address.
Was there something preventing you from contacting a utility company to find out who the account holder of record for that apartment was?
I didn't know I was aware I was able to do that.
That wasn't something that you were trained on in the police academy?
No, I was not.
And with no verification that the address was correct, Capello's superior signed off on the warrant anyway, and so did prosecutors and a judge.
Did Judge Burns ask you any questions about your complaint for search warrant or any of the information in your complaint?
No.
To your knowledge, did the Chicago police ever go back and hit the correct apartment, the apartment where the targets actually lived?
No.
And since that raid happened back in 2017, that means the real target has remained free for 2 years. The Chicago Police Department refuses to turn over all of its wrong raid data, and Police Superintendent Eddie Johnson continues to refuse a sit-down interview on the subject. 2 more families just contacted us about more wrong raids. Brad?
Yeah, I might not talk to you either, Dave. A baffling number of gaffes. Thank you, sir. Peter Mendez is not the only child to be traumatized by Chicago police officers during wrong raids. Unwarranted, a CBS 2 documentary digs into that broken trust.
For the New Jack City. Bum, bum, bum.